Okay, that solo that I just played was by Todd Sharp. There's a bit of blah blah in this one. That one was pretty short and to the point. I just played the solo, but there's a fair bit of blah blah in this one, so if you don't like that, I don't know, maybe hang up now. In any group of guitar players or guitar enthusiasts or whatever, just people who love the guitar, you'll find this, what's your favourite solo of all time? And we know the usual suspects are Crossroads, Video Child, Hotel California, all of which are absolutely great, right? If you ask me, I usually say Twisted by Ray Gomez at the absolute top of the pile. That's usually my Olympus of guitar solos. But like all of us, it changes from week to week. Twisted on Shaka Khan's Shaka album by Ray Gomez, You See Red by Andy Powell, Therefore Persephone by Laurie Weisfield. Jimmy Page, could be anything, but I'm going for Black Dog or 10 Years Gone. Gary Moore, the same, could be anything, but I'm going for Rest in Peace. Steve Hunter and Dick Wagner, the whole of Rock and Roll Animal, the whole of Lou Reed Live. Dick Wagner solo, Don't Stop the Music. Steve Hunter with Alice Cooper would have to be I Am Made of You. Pat Thrall, Is This Love with Pat Travers. Danny Johnson, I'm Driving Sideways. Rick Derringer, Desires of the Heart. So those are the ones that are pretty much always in my top 10. I'm sure I've forgotten somebody. Nils Lofgren, 2x2, I think would be up there. Or Nils Lofgren on Youngstown with Bruce Springsteen. And Bruce Springsteen in Candy's Room. So those are the guitar solos that for me are my favourites. And that tends to be pretty even. Maybe the order changes. But my top 10, top 15 guitar solos for the last 30 years has been the same. The only thing that's really broken in is Tom Bukovac on Last Name, or maybe Tom Bukovac on You Won't Find This, both on Carrie Underwood. If you don't know them, you've got to check them out because it's just incredible guitar playing. Guthrie Govan does a fantastic solo on Regret Number 9, but for me, most of the stuff I like the best, I'm not saying better or worst, stuff I like the best comes from the 70s. I didn't even mention Leonard Skinner, Alan Collins and Gary Rossington on I Ain't the One, all that stuff, right? So, Todd Sharp first came to my attention in a paper called The Melody Maker, and he had played in London with Hall & Oates Band, and it was shown on British television. You see it on YouTube all the time now, and he played on, you see and hear him playing She's Gone, and with that stinging vibrato at the end. It's fantastic. And he appears to start with a Strat and end up with an SG. Now I don't know if the SG was implanted in my brain. That's what Todd Sharp plays. I don't know, right? It may be a subconscious thing. But I always kept his name in my head. And then a friend of mine had a Christine McVie album, and we used to swap cassettes when Walkmans were the thing. And I played the Christine McVie album, but I didn't know who played in it. Eric Clapton plays on The Challenge on that same album, and I had said, can you look at the credits? Who plays guitar in that? Todd Sharp. And around the same time, like Hallelujah, Todd Sharp brought out a solo album called Who Am I? I don't have it on CD. I've tried, I've looked everywhere. I do have his next album on CD, but I don't have Who Am I? I have a vinyl copy that I would never ever part with. But I've had to learn this solo from Alone But Not Lonely from watching it on YouTube, on my phone, as a matter of fact. So this is part 2. I know this is all talk, but we'll get to a breakdown of the solo in a minute. And I'm going to go through the whole Alone But Not Lonely guitar solo by Todd Sharp, in the hope that someone will think, well, I'll check out, what the real version is like. It starts, it's got a G and a D. Starts with. that G's got the B on top, and after 2 verses and 2 choruses, Todd plays. Right, so we're going to get to that. I'm going to go through the whole solo, note by note.